Just finished watching The Rings 3, the one that came out in 2017. I've been waiting a long time for these movies, for this at least third movie to come out, which I was kind of excited to hear that it was coming out, because I thought most of the answers and the questions about Smar's life was figured out in the second movie, but I guess it wasn't, because they needed to make a third movie, which I personally think it was a good movie until the end, when I started figuring out, like, okay, well, Samara basically is not going to stop. But I have a bunch of questions when it comes to that. Like, the first one was, where did the guy with that VHS tape on the plane come from? Like, I thought in the second one Rachel got rid of all those copies of the tape. At least she tried her best. And it's like, how did he... Well, they don't even explain how he had that copy of that tape that ended up being broadcasted on the plane and killing everybody. So how did that happen, right? It's kind of stupid they didn't give a backstory on that guy. And my second question is, like, how did Rachel end up talking to Evelyn, which was Samara's mother, in the second movie when she was telling her to listen to her child to kill Samara and to kill Aiden? But in the third movie they were talking about her niece went missing, which was Evelyn. How did she end up in the mental facility and then ended up saying, okay, well, she's been missing all this time? But then we find out she was kidnapped and they never found her, but she was at a mental facility where Samara ended up getting adopted by the Morgans. Hence, Samara Morgan. And then I also was curious on, like, on the third question was the lid in number 2. Was anybody else wondering, well, why the lid in the second one was open, but then it got closed after Rachel went down the TV to go all the way down there and figure out where Samara's body was? She cuddled with her and kept her and looked at her and was all, oh, I got you. But then at the same time, she climbed up out of the well and closed the well, the lid, which you figured, okay, well, then it's the end of Samara. That's what she wanted, was to be found and to be freed. But then at the end of that movie, she ended up, the tape ended up coming back, and it just keeps going and going, which I get, is Samara wants to keep her legend going, and it's kind of stupid. And then the last question I have is, why did Julia get her own video? Like, why did Samara make her own special video when the whole thing of this movie was Samara's original video, that the director did a good job of bringing it back to the third one, but then he kind of butchered it because supposedly Samara's mother, Evelyn, the actual biological mother, wanted to get through and send her a message. Which, how does Evelyn have to do with Samara when Samara was the evil one? Evelyn and Samara's adopted mom tried to kill Samara, so I'm just kind of confused on why did Julie get her own video, but at the same time, I've been an active viewer of this movie for so long, and I didn't get my own damn video, you know what I mean? Like, but Julia came out of nowhere by snooping through her boyfriend's stuff and got her own damn video by Samara. Like, you know, I don't know, this movie was kind of weird for me. I didn't really enjoy it, and I kind of want my questions answered. I don't know if anybody else is feeling the same way after watching this movie, but it's like, what the fuck? What did they do to this great sequel? You know, what did they do to this movie? They should have left it at number 2 if you asked me. But yeah, who knows?